Hey, what's going on, y'all? Told you I would put up a video of why I hate my 2005 Suzuki Boulevard C50T, and for me the T stands for try again, buddy, because I hate that fucking bike. Now, don't get me wrong, there is nothing mechanically wrong with this bike, even for its age. It only had about 13,500 miles when I bought it, which was back in July, but there's mistakes were made. I bought it because of self-esteem problems and lack of knowledge on what I actually wanted, and kind of peer pressure in a way. You know, I wanted to fit in, which is the stupidest reason to pick a certain motorcycle. And let me just tell you, if you're a first-time motorcycle buyer, don't listen to anybody. Don't let them tell you need a bigger engine, you gotta fit a certain style. Dude, you go to a dealership. Look for the dealerships that will offer a test ride, because you definitely want to test ride these vehicles, because you never know what you exactly want until you go sit on some bikes and try them out. Because I definitely wouldn't have bought what I bought if I had done that. But the dealership I went to didn't allow test drives, so it was pretty much buyer beware, get what you get. But if you remember, if you watched any of the videos before, you know I used to have a 2009 Suzuki Bergman 650, big old maxi scooter, and I had a fucking blast on that thing. I owned it for a year. In the first 5 months, I think I put almost 3,000 miles on that bike. Had it on the highway, all through town, and I loved it. And then I went to Laconia Bike Week this year, and I felt so out of place. I was the lone scooter in a friggin' sea of Harleys and Ducatis and Sportsters and fucking pretty much everything that had two wheels that was not a scooter was there. And nobody gave a shit. I got the biker wave constantly. It was my own insecurity that was like, wow, I don't fit in, I feel awkward, I need a big boy bike. So I had a miserable time, to say the least, and I ended up leaving real fast, even though I put like 350 miles on my bike, just going up and down, back and forth to Laconia. Look at this idiot running across the fucking street. Hey, you fucking dopey bitch. Excuse me. So my stupid ass goes to the dealership, and I couldn't get the bike that I had originally wanted, so I ended up settling for a bike that I thought looked cool. And it did. It looked cool. Unfortunately, I knew nothing about motorcycles. I had a friggin' scooter for the past year, which I should have just paid off. But, you know, like I said, it's my own stupidity. I take responsibility fully for every one of my dumbass actions. So I ended up taking that MSF course, which was cool. I already knew how to ride, but I needed a refresher on clutching and shifting and whatnot, because I didn't want to go out there, stall my bike, and look like a dipshit. Again, worried about what other people thought of me and my riding skills. So I ended up buying this bike, and I thought it was everything that I wanted, because that's everything I saw in New Hampshire. All the cool guys and the big ass baggers with, you know, the windscreens and the loud pipes. And yeah, I was completely wrong. I hated it. I hate the windscreen. I hate the bags. I like a clean look that is not a clean look. The loud pipes are fucking awesome for about 10 minutes until they start to annoy you, especially when you're on the highway. You're in 5th gear, maxing out, and 10 minutes on the highway and I've already got a headache. My bike is slow as shit, even though it's an 800. It's geared differently, so yeah, once I hit 70, that's about as fast as I want to go, because my teeth are rattling, my fucking head's bobbing up and down like I'm a bobblehead, and I can't hear shit. So needless to say, I'm not enjoying it whatsoever. Not even close to the same experience that I had with my scooter. So I decided I'm not dealing with this shit next year, because it's, you know, it's winter time now, so I can't ride. It's going into storage. So I said, what the hell? the criteria I'm looking for a new bike is the exact opposite of what my bike is now. I want light. I want a lighter bike because my bike is heavy as shit. It's like 680 pounds about. I want a faster bike because my bike is slow as shit. I want a regular stock muffler because Lord knows it drives me insane. I'm tired of getting headaches. And I just want to enjoy the riding experience, which is why people get into it in the first place. And you know, and something that's affordable, of course. You know, I can't afford friggin' Harley Davidson or anything. So I decided, let me go sit on some bikes. So I went to the Harley dealership. And if you are in the mood for a Harley and you have the money, go to Boston Harley Davidson. Those guys are unbelievably accommodating and nice, and they let you test ride anything you want. No obligations. And I went there because, you know, their smaller bikes are the ones that I like anyway, is like the Iron 883, and brand new, they're like $9,000. So I figured I'm gonna go sit on it, see if it's comfortable, and maybe within the next year I'll have enough to get out of my bike and possibly put down a small down payment on a used one, you know, because you can pick them up used now for like $6,000, make payments on it or whatever. When I got there, the guy was like, hey, let's go for a test ride. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So we test rode that, and let me tell you, the 883 is not for me. It is painful, literally painful. The suspension is so bad on those bikes, and this was a brand new 2019, no miles on this thing. I hit a bump, not even a big one, and it shot pain straight up my spine into my neck. The Iron 1200, if I had 12 grand, I would buy that bike. That bike is dope as fuck. It's comfortable. It's got the mini ape hangers on it. It's fast. It's a great bike, but I do not have Harley Davidson money. So I said, well, if I could test ride a Harley, let me test ride the other choice that I had, which was a Indian Scout 60, which is pretty much around the same price, but like I said, used, you can get them for probably around $6,000. So I made an appointment with Indian dealership. I won't tell you where because I'm not a dick. And I told them, you know, I'm not going to be buying anything till next season. So, you know, just so you know, I'm just coming to test these bikes out. No problem. I get there. Everybody is nice as hell, except for the salesman. The salesman was a dick. He said, look, I'm a salesman. This is right out the gate with this guy. Look, I'm a salesman. If you're not going to trade your bike in and leave here with a brand new Indian, then you're wasting my time. I'm like, okay. So that kind of soured that. I put maybe, I went around the block once, brought the bike back, and took off. I will not be going to buy an Indian from these men. So today, me and my buddy JB, which is the man's car that I'm driving right now, graciously is taking me to an undisclosed location, which I will disclose when we get there. You know. And we're going to test out. I'm going to test out another bike that I had in mind, which is probably something that you never thought that I would be on, but I am now enlightened, and I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me or what I ride. I'm more interested in my enjoyment, how much it's going to cost me, and how it's going to make my life easier and more enjoyable. That's all I care about. So when we get there, I'll show you guys where we're at, and then I'll show you the bike that I'm going to test ride, and, you know, give you my thoughts and whatnot. So we'll see you then. So this is where I'm going to do my test ride, and wait till you guys see the bike that I'm going to do. I know, like I said before, this is probably something that you're not ready for, and probably something that you definitely won't see me ever riding. But we're at Nault Power Sports in Windham, New Hampshire. These guys are excellent, really nice. I called for a test drive. They said, yeah, of course, come on down. And everything's been really cool so far. So I'm going to go get my helmet, put my gear on, and then we'll show you the bike and when I take off.
Alright,
Alright, so this is it. Take a look. This is the 2019 Kawasaki Z400. This is the naked version of the Ninja 400. 399 cc's. of killer highway stopping power. And this is what I'm going to be checking out today. So I got my gear on, well, you know, as much gear as I wear, you know, and I'm going to hop on and then take a ride. And when I come back, I'll let you guys know what I thought about it. So, just came back from the ride. This is awesome. This is a zippy little fucker. Let me tell you, man. I only got into 4th gear, and there's still 2 more left. And I was doing like 55, 60. So, I mean, it's got plenty of power for the highway. This bike, I'm not into the naked fairing, the naked Street Fighter thing. Just because you don't really get any you don't really get any, you get too much wind buffering on the body, and the seat position is a little higher than the regular Ninja 400. So I think if I was to choose between the both of them, I would definitely go with the Ninja. But this is a nice bike.
So I can get that.
It's comfortable. Took me a minute to get used to the rear set peg and you know, shifter and whatnot, but because it's so far back, this is the first time I've ever ridden a sports bike. So but I mean, it's fast, it's got great torque for such a small bike. I know everybody says, oh, you know, 400 or 500 and less is beginner bike. I don't give a shit, I'm still a beginner, right? Fuck it. But there is plenty left in this bike to keep going. Highway's no problem. The clutch is like butter. This clutch is so easy. My bike, I have to keep my hand way out here, and I gotta pull that fucker all the way in, and it's hard. This, I got 2 fingers on there, plenty of control of the bike, and it's simple as hell. I was clutching and shifting fast as a motherfucker. The brakes are good. I've heard a lot of stuff saying the brakes aren't great, but I mean, dude, it's not it's not a leader bike, you know what I'm saying? You don't need Brembo fucking brakes on the thing. The brakes work great. As a matter of fact, since I'd never ridden a sports bike, I was riding the brake by accident before I realized. And then when I took my foot off, I shot. You know, I was like, holy shit, this even got more speed than I thought. It's nice. The muffler is good. It's not too loud, but it's not too quiet either. So it doesn't make you feel like you're on a lawnmower or anything. This is a great bike, and priced the way it is, I mean, how can you go wrong? Brand new for like what, 46, 4,700 with ABS, standard with ABS, dude. Great bike. Me, I like the bike, but I'm getting its other brother. It's prettier brother, with all the nice fairings and everything. I like that one better. It's a little bit more, so I think it's like 300 more, but you gotta love the bike you're on, right? So that's the review there, I guess. I know I'm no professional here, but I'm just telling you what I like, and it's great. So if you're thinking about getting into riding, or if you're already riding and you might want something like this, or they've got some gorgeous bikes in there, come down to Nalt's Power Sports in Windham, New Hampshire.
Catch the sun.
Very, very accommodating and very willing to just sit down and talk to you about whatever. And even talking to my boy JB about, you know, him taking a course and possibly riding one of these badass motorcycles, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Then I'll have somebody to ride with finally, you know what I mean? What the hell?
Yeah, but when I come through, though, I'm getting a Hayabusa.
He's going the whole way, complete leader bike fucking status. He's all the way. Totally blows me out of the water.
Nah.
But yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you next time.
Absolutely.
Peace.